Hi everyone, this is NET-200 and we're going to do a very brief review of subnetting. So we're going to take an address and let's say this is the address you have, and I'm just going to pick an address. I'm just going to say here in this case 192.168.10.0/24. First thing, okay, so we have a private address. The /24 is telling us this part of the address. This part of the address right here is the network part. 24 bits. 8 bits, 8 bits, 8 bits in our octets. Okay? So if we're going to subnet this, and we'll go over what we want to subnet it to, we have to realize that these are the only bits right here. These current host bits are the only bits that we can, what we'll term, borrow bits from in order to make a new network. Okay? So let's say we want to take this network and turn it into 3 separate networks. At least 3 networks. Okay? We can't change this part because we're given that 24 bits is what we're going to work with, so we're going to work with this part here. So here's typically how I would write it. Okay, I'm not going to work with the first set, I'm not going to work with the second set, I'm not going to work with 3, and I'm not going to change all those to 1s and 0s. And then I have 8 bits. I got 8 bits that I can work with. This right here are these 8 bits that I just drew out. Okay? I need 3, so I'm going to have to decide where I'm going to draw the line. Okay? Now, if we're talking about networks, we're going to work this way over. So 1 bit won't give us 3 networks. 2 bits would give us 4 networks. So if I borrowed 2 bits and made this part the new network, okay, and then this part then would be my host. And this part then would be my network. And with this situation, with 2 bits, I have 4 combinations. And I'll just mention them. 0, 0. See, this could be 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. And we could use all 4 of those networks. Okay? So we can write those out right here. So I have 192, 168, 10 dot, and then I have those 4 combinations here. My first combination was 0, 0, so that would be 0, slash, it was 24, but I borrowed 2 bits for it to make my network now go all the way to this line. Okay, so I borrowed 2 more bits, so the mask would change to, you got it? Change to 26. So this would be my first network. These would all be 0s. And then I could have 192, 168, 10, and now what combination here? Well, I could have a 0 and a 1. Now that 1 is what? See what place it is? This is 128, this is 64, so that would be 64 slash 26. So that's the network. Because the host part there is still all 0s. 192, 168, 10 dot, and what would be the next one? The next one would be a 1 here and a 0 here. 128 is my next network. 192.168.10 dot. What do I have left? I had 0001, 1011. Okay. Well, that would be another 64. So you could add 64 on the 128. Get it? Did I do that right? 192/26. Now, to determine the network parts of these addresses, we have to have the mask. Okay? So the mask here would be when these are all ones. Okay? So it would be 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 8 of them here, 8 of them here, 8 of them here. So that's 255. Am I right? 8 ones, 255. 255. 255. Dot. And if this is 2 ones here, and they're all zeros here, 192. So that'd be the mask. And then if I was going to write out what hosts we could use, I'm not going to write them all out. 192.168.10 dot. The first one would be if there's a 1 there, so it'd be 1. And then that would go to 192.168.10.62. You look at the next one. Okay. So let me just write that here. 192.168.10.62. And both of these would be a /26. 63 is the broadcast, because 63 would be all ones here. And 0 is a network, because that's all zeros here. That's the network address. Okay? So those two would go with this one. That would be the range of addresses that you could use for the network. And then you could progress and write them out for all of those. Alright? That is the end of the first review.